scientist teaches the dead to salute and hold a razor. But can the dead truly be trained, or is this experiment about to devour everyone inside the bunker? The pilot lands near an abandoned city to try a bullhorn, but the dead are everywhere and the risk is high. He keeps the engine running and promises to leave at the first sign of trouble. They broadcast for over 2 minutes straight, calling any living person on the radio. Nobody answers. The dead have taken the city completely. The crew returns to their underground bunker, a converted military facility where scientists and soldiers live in growing tension. The soldiers refuse to refuel the helicopter in daylight because the dead gather outside and the activity excites them. Miguel mocks her strength, insisting the whole unit is falling apart. This fracture will matter, remember Miguel's state. A new grave outside means the dead will swarm tomorrow. The numbers are growing by the day. One soldier suggests abandoning the mission and flying to a tropical island to drink until the end. But Sarah has no alternative to offer. The bunker is their only shelter. The soldiers must capture 2 fresh specimens for Dr. Logan's research. They corral the dead like cattle, taunting them. This terrifies Sarah. If the dead are learning, they are not mindless. During the capture, Miguel freezes on the platform. The dead close in fast.
Dumb fucks. You dumb fucking bags of shit, I'll kick your yeah.
Now watch how this capture goes wrong.
Hook her up, will ya? Hook her! Hey, nice hat, asshole! Come on, get the other one out of
Miguel nearly gets a soldier wounded. Steel pins him against a wall and threatens him. Sarah pulls a weapon and demands Miguel be released. The soldiers back off for now. Sarah tries to sedate Miguel, but he refuses. He resents her strength and pushes her away. This relationship is cracking, and that crack will spread. The military leader, Captain Rhodes, confronts the scientists about their lack of results. Rhodes threatens to shut down their research unless they show progress. The scientists are losing allies fast. Rhodes suggests quarantining Miguel and hurls insults at Sarah. He is building a dictatorship, not a research team. Sarah and her colleague Fisher realize Rhodes is far more dangerous than the previous commander. Deep in the lab, Dr. Logan studies the dead, called specimens. He has found that the brain is what drives them. The dead do not need organs or blood. Only the brain and limbs function, driven by a primordial instinct. Logan has discovered that removing the primitive R-complex erases their aggression. He believes they can be domesticated. He has been teaching a specimen named Bub to respond like a human, a gamble that will change everything. Logan has been using a dead soldier's body for his experiments. If Rhodes discovers this, the consequences will be severe.
About this. Do you know what they'll do to all of us?
He can't be recognized.
Meanwhile, the radio operator McDermott cannot reach anyone. No survivors answer anywhere. They may be the only living people left. The isolation is suffocating everyone. Rhodes calls a meeting and demands answers. The scientists have produced nothing useful. When Sarah challenges his authority, Rhodes orders Steele to shoot her. Steele hesitates. Rhodes counts to 5 and Sarah sits down. He will not hesitate forever, remember this moment. Rhodes declares this is a military operation now. He rules by fear and threatens execution for anyone who defies him. There is not enough ammunition to destroy the dead. They are outnumbered hundreds of thousands to 1. Logan arrives late and promises results. He claims the dead can be made to behave. Rhodes threatens to destroy the specimens and abandon the bunker. Logan insists taming the dead is their only chance. Sarah admits there has been progress, but the research could take months. Rhodes is losing patience. Logan argues there is nowhere else to go. The dead surround them. Rhodes grants them a little more time, but not much. John, McDermott, and Sarah share a drink in a hidden lounge. John believes the research is pointless.
Different directions.
Well, that's the trouble with the world, Sarah, darling. Learning what they want out of life.
He argues the bunker is a tombstone full of records nobody will ever read. He would rather start over somewhere new. Sarah insists her work is all there is left to do. John calls that thinking a shame. John believes the dead are a punishment from the Creator, a reminder that mankind overreached. His conviction will be tested soon. Logan tries to feed Bub beef treats, but Bub refuses them. The dead do not eat for nourishment. Logan explains his theory. He believes the dead are extensions of humanity, just functioning less perfectly. He believes they can be tricked into good behavior through rewards, the same way humans were trained by society. Logan punishes Bub by leaving him in the dark. He must learn that bad behavior has consequences. Logan gives Bub a book, a razor, and a cassette player. Bub examines each one and recognizes what they are. He tries to shave with the razor. He remembers how. Logan is thrilled, but remember this progress because it carries a cost.
Monetizing your movie content has never been easier. Upload your video, get a full recap and 10 shorts. Viralcade, link in the comments.
Sarah is amazed that Bub does not attack Logan. Bub sees Logan as something other than food.
He doesn't do.
What do you mean?
He doesn't get excited. Logan walks in the room. He doesn't see Logan as dinner.
Rhodes and his men arrive to see the progress. Logan invites them in to meet Bub. Logan asks Bub to say hello. Bub attempts to speak the words. Rhodes refuses to salute Bub. Logan asks Sarah to hand over her pistol so they can test if Bub recognizes a weapon. Bub examines the empty gun. He understands what it is. Rhodes is stunned but disgusted. He calls the dead monsters and refuses to accept them as anything but a threat. During the next specimen capture, the dead break free. Miguel panics and freezes. 2 soldiers are dragged down. Miguel is bitten on the arm before they pull him out. Miguel begs Sarah not to let him turn into one of the dead. He would rather die than become a monster. Sarah acts fast. She amputates the infected arm and burns the wound. She hopes she caught it in time. Rhodes and Steele confront them. They want Miguel destroyed immediately. Rhodes refuses to let Miguel inside. John steps in to protect him, and Rhodes threatens John too. Sarah and John take Miguel to a separate area. Rhodes declares the scientists will get nothing more from his men. Tomorrow, Rhodes will clear the corral and destroy every specimen. The research is over. This sets a timer. Everything must happen before morning. Sarah and John go to the lab for morphine and supplies. John apologizes for his earlier words.
I have to go to the lab. I want some other supplies.
Sarah knows Miguel may not survive, but they gave him a chance. John promises to come looking if they are not back in 30 minutes. Remember that promise, it will matter. Inside the lab, Sarah and John discover something horrifying. Logan has been using the dead soldiers' bodies as specimens. Sarah wants to report it, but John stops her. It would bring Rhodes down on all of them. John suggests they take the helicopter and leave before someone else does. The thought is now planted. Meanwhile, Logan visits Bub and praises his progress. Bub is learning faster than anyone expected. Logan rewards Bub with something special, a dead soldier's remains. Bub recognizes what it is, but Bub does not eat. He remembers something deeper. Logan's experiment is working, but it has crossed a line. Rhodes orders his men to disarm the scientists. He takes every weapon. Rhodes forces John to fly him and his men out. The helicopter cannot hold everyone, so Rhodes plans to abandon the scientists. He pushes Sarah, McDermott, and Miguel into the specimen corral with the dead. John agrees to fly Rhodes anywhere he wants, but demands the others be released. Rhodes refuses. Sarah pleads with Rhodes. She will not fly unless they are freed. Rhodes reluctantly lets them go, but keeps John as his pilot. He still controls the only way out.
I make the deals around, not you. Now you get your shit together, whatever.
Isn't there an old silo back there?
Oh, we can't go back there without guns.
But Miguel, delirious and broken, escapes and opens the gates. The dead pour into the bunker. The bunker is overrun. Rhodes and his men are trapped inside with the dead. The elevator controls have been destroyed. There is no way up. Remember Miguel? He ripped these controls out before the dead broke free. Rhodes realizes Miguel sabotaged the elevator. Now everyone is trapped with the dead. Sarah, John, and McDermott flee through the tunnels, searching for another way out. The dead swarm through the bunker. The soldiers who tormented the specimens are now hunted themselves. Rhodes runs for the exit, but the dead corner him. He has nowhere left to go. Now watch what happens to the man who ruled by fear. The dead tear Rhodes apart. He screams for help, but no one comes. The dictator falls to the monsters he dismissed. Bub has learned to shoot. The dead specimen, trained to be civilized, now turns the weapon on the soldiers who tormented him. Logan's experiment succeeded beyond anything he imagined, and it just backfired completely. Sarah, John, and McDermott find a ladder to the surface. John pushes them to climb fast. They emerge into daylight and run for the helicopter. The dead are close behind. John reaches the helicopter. He starts the engine as the dead close in from every direction. Inside the bunker, Steele is overwhelmed by the dead. His cruelty toward the specimens is repaid in full. Rhodes, bleeding out, sees Bub with the gun. Bub fires at him. Rhodes' final words are pure rage. Sarah, John, and McDermott escape in the helicopter. They leave the burning bunker behind. The experiment to tame the dead failed. But 3 survivors are still alive, and the island John always dreamed of is waiting somewhere beyond the coast.